Hello and welcome to the third round of the World V8 Supercars 2011 season, and we're here today with the Division 1 action at Albert Park in Melbourne for 200 kilometers around this track, and it's Emilio Rodriguez who took a superb pole position, half a second faster than the two 360 Racing teammates Tobias Schlemer and Florian Strauss. Tobias getting the better of Florian for the first time this season, but that's the third time in 3 races Florian Strauss has been in the top 3. Fourth is Jesper Torborg, 5th James Johnson, 6th Gary Lennon, 7th Steve Davis, 8th Ike Roding, that's his best qualifying of the season so far, 9th the championship leader Ben Crooks, and rounding out the top 10 was Anders Nielsen. As the lights go on and when they go out we will be underway, and we are underway, and it looks like a decent start there from Emilio Rodriguez, but a great start there from Jesper Torborg, left hand side. Coming up from third in the grid, challenge for the lead is Florian Strauss into the first corner. Looks like Emilio has the high ground. Indeed he does, whacks a curb on the inside, but looks like he's okay there as the field goes streaming through. In the background, Joachim Schaustad going wide. They're 4 wide, coming out of the corner almost. Very adventurous there, now on board with James Johnson coming out of that first corner. Turn 2 I guess it is, down now towards turn 3. He's challenging Tobias Schlemer for 4th position. That means Jesper Torborg's gone up to 3rd. And our second place man Tobias Schlemer's down to 4th. Johnson is trying to go around the outside of Toby, but he's going to make it stick as well. Fantastic move there from Johnson. Up to 4th position, that's 2nd to 5th in the space of 4 corners there from Tobias Schlemer. Not the great start. Not a start he was looking for, of course. Here's Adam Eggbeer mired in the midfield, fighting with several cars in the back going off. Like JJ Wang and Magnes certainly looked very wide indeed, but here comes Eggbeer down the inside of John Wilson. Just up ahead of him as well is Anders Nielsen, who didn't look like he got a great start off the line. And John Wilson gets squeezed onto the grass by Eggbeer, and Eggbeer takes the position. Very assertive, aggressive pass there, but Wilson looks like he's coming slightly back at him. No, backs out of it at the last moment. And here comes Wilson again though, coming out of the corner. Now down towards the fast chicane, gets squeezed up against the grass. Eggbeer giving him just enough room, but no more. And Wilson is well up the inside into turn 10. Will he make the move? Stick, he won't. Eggbeer sweeps around the outside. Just about, both whack the curb very, very hard. But he just about held on to position there, but great racing between those two. Now here's Jari Braham, 23rd position on this first lap. Going straight up the inside of James Fellows. A great exit there, but now 3 wide between Antonia, Fellows and Braham, as Antonia was getting involved in a little scuffle there with Schaustad. And Jari's going to go on the inside. No, he's not, because Fellows has hit Schaustad and gone into the wall. Corrects it again. No, he gets going again. Antonia takes position back once again, and Schaustad carried on also. There's Jeff Dobbing in the background getting slightly out of shape. Here is Jari Braham, and he's side by side with Joachim into... Oh, he's gone straight on at turn 13. And Joachim's going to take him back once again, as is Antonia. So all that hard work that Jari did has now been completely undone. Just a small error running onto the grass. Now here with Mark Fangmann, still the first lap. Oh, up ahead. Who was that? Matt Clark. And looks like Gary Lennon getting involved there. Matt just coming across Gary's bow, it seemed, under braking and sweeping into the wall, but they both got away with it. Plenty of dust being thrown up, but Gary's going around the outside and Fangmann's going up the inside, and both of them are going straight off the track. That was an ambitious move. It would have been superb if it had come off, but it didn't come off, and now Anders Nielsen's going to try and sweep around the outside. Difficult move to make there, down onto the straight, but no, Fangmann holds it, the position. Plenty of action there on the first lap. On to lap 2, here's Steve Davis. He's following Ike Roding. In behind is the championship leader Ben Crooks, who's not had a great qualifying session, had problems during that. Not able to set a fast time, so he's looking to move forward through the field with a consistent run. Here is Steve now challenging into the fast chicane. He's going to go for the move up the inside of Ike Roding into the shed. Oh, he's hit the curb and now hit Roding and sideways, and that's not a good place to be. And he reverses out of the way extremely quickly, very sensibly gets out of the way extremely quickly, and now he's going to have to recover, but he's way down the grid. He spins the tyres, getting back going once again. There goes Antonia through, and Vinnari, and Fellows, and Dobbing, and Schaustad, and possibly Magnes as well. So he's lost a whole heap of places there. Here is Ben Crooks now with a replay of this incident. Up the inside goes Steve, just clips the curb, and that pushes him into Roding, and that sends him completely wide. And Crooks is taking advantage. Crooks is now going to come through and pass Roding after Roding hits the exit curb. So That's 2 positions in just 2 corners there for Ben. And he'll be pleased with that as he carries on his march back towards the front of the field and a good points finish. Now watching Clark ahead of Lennon. In the background was the incident with Davis. So this is still lap 2. Plenty of action to be had on the opening laps. Lennon's going for the inside move on Clark and through he goes. The Sweecos driver goes up a position past Matt Clark for 211 Motorsport. And there's Fangmann in the background once again. It's deja vu for Fangmann. It's coming up the inside. Just one person this time though. Oh, he can overcook it again though. Overcooks it again and cut back on the inside. Goes Clark and again Nielsen trying to go on the outside of Fangmann, but decides better of it this time around as it didn't work last time. Now here's James Johnson looking to move into the podium position behind Jesper Torp. Well, Jesper looks like he's run very, very deep into that corner there. And Johnson's got a great run out of the corner and up the inside he goes. Going to take the position and he's going to hold the inside down into Prost as well. Tolborg is it slideways under braking. There's Tobias Schlemmer just in 5th place still, just in behind. So that's 3rd position for James Johnson. Finally a resurrection of his V8 Supercar pace after a difficult start to the season. Here's Ike Roding wanting to come back once again at Ben Crooks. Ike up the inside, just squeezes under the brake in side-by-side contact with Ben. Ben is forced onto the AstroTurf, onto a bit of the grass, just kicking up. Here's Lennon now coming up in behind these two, but Ike has the position from Crooks. Here's a big midfield battle. Fangmann, Nielsen, Wilson and Clark at the head of this group. Clark may have some damage after that lap 1 altercation with Lennon and the concrete wall. Concrete walls aren't very forgiving. They don't forgive and forget, unfortunately. And up the inside, going to go Nielsen on Fangmann. Finally makes that move. Seen him get close a couple of times after Fangmann's attempted a couple of overtakes. And there's Fangmann going to come back at Nielsen into the fast chicane. We've seen this end in disaster twice already. But no, he doesn't. He decides better of it. Now here's Steve Davis, 22nd after that spin. And behind Dobbing and James Fellows. And Davis goes inside very late indeed on Jeff. Just about avoided careering into the back of Jeff's car. And through goes the 05 Motorsport owner. Here's Fangmann and Nielsen still battling. There's Wilson battling with Eggbeer once again. Eggbeer's obviously dropped a position to Wilson. Andrew Schmick just in behind as well. Very, very close to the midfield here. In the front it's a little bit strung out, but in the midfield it's exciting as ever. And Wilson going around, trying to go around the outside of Fangmann. Now he's got the inside line for the final corner, squeezing each other, and Fangmann going to lose another position to another Ford. And Wilson goes through, following Anders Nielsen's footsteps. Wilson for Xeno Racing. Now here's JJ Wang. He's trying to fend off at least Miguel Vinatea. There's William Levesque in the background also as well. JJ's going to go too deep though. JJ goes too deep. Looks at the brakes. Oh, the inside goes. Oh, that's a big incident. Off the inside goes Vinatea, but JJ Wang got completely out of shape and came across William Levesque's bow. Here is a replay. There goes Wang, slightly wide. Puts the power on the grass and goes straight into Levesque. Oh, and a lucky escape there for Antonia also as well. But that's big damage there for Levesque, who's lost all of his front end. Now watching Wilson once again. He's going wide and through's going to go. Fangmann and take the position back from John Wilson. So make one mistake and you lose position. That's how close it is here today, even in V8 Supercars. Here's Adam Eggbeer on the next lap, following these two. There's Wilson once again getting out of shape into turn 1, and Eggbeer has touched the back of Wilson. Oh, and smack! Oh, that's a huge impact there for Andrew Schmick. Andrew Schmick got a huge damage. Looks like he's got a puncture and several other pieces of damage there. Eggbeer looks like he's got away with it to some extent. There's a big dent though in the driver's door. Levesque came through and just about avoided it. There goes Eggbeer, just locks at the brake, slightly under brake, and hits Wilson, and smack! Andrew Schmick had nowhere to go. Through comes Vinatea, through goes Antonia. Antonia with another near miss, really. Now lap 6, Matt Clark and Anders Nielsen looking back at the Swedish driver from the English driver. Oh, Clark's pushed too hard into there, understeer, out onto the grass, and through is going to sweep past is Anders Nielsen. An excellent pass there. very opportunistic and easy as you like. Clark, of course, maybe struggling a little bit with front end after brush with the wall earlier. And Fangmann's looking to follow Nielsen. Fangmann's dropped Wilson slightly. Of course, both dropped Eggbeer after his big incident. Fangmann up the inside, squeezing, and touching. Oh, through goes Fangmann, just squeezed down the inside. And Clark had to give way in the end. That was very tough stuff. Now near the back of the field, Joachim Skaustad and Roy Magnes, both very good friends, but Magnes is going to take the position from Skaustad, because Skaustad has run very wide. Skaustad gives him room to sweep through round the lake, and now Magnes should have the position sealed over his great friend, and through goes the RMI Motorsport driver. Skaustad gets out of shape once again coming out of the corner. Now it's here Jesper Torborg. He wants that third position back from James Johnson. Only on lap 8. Lots of action so far. And Jesper Torborg almost touching the back there of James Johnson. He goes for the inside. James gives him room. Now James has the inside for the next corner. And he holds the position. This is high quality stuff though from these drivers out of shape. Pushing so hard under the trees. Now here's Gary Lennon with Ben Crooks. So Ben's making his way through the field still after the pit stops, and he's going to go up the inside, I believe. Oh, Lennon gets well out of shape under braking, locked up the rears, just ran wide in the end, but it could have been so much worse for Gary Lennon. He just dropped one position, probably fortunate to only do that. And the championship leader Ben Crooks picks up another position. Miguel Vinatea now for SimRacing Spain, teammate to the pole sitter Emilio Rodriguez. He's got Philip Antonia following him. 2-4 together. Oh, Vinatea hits that curb far too hard, and Antonia's going to take an easy pass. And through he goes. Antonia enjoying his best run of the season so far here at Melbourne, one of his favourite tracks. Now here's John Wilson, lap 9, following Matt Clark. Through they go. Oh, Matt's hit that curve as well. Everyone's trying to maximise their run out of that corner, but of course there's the curve on the inside. It's incredibly easy to hit, and the speed that you're carrying through that section as well makes it extremely dangerous. Up the inside goes John Wilson. Gets very out of shape under brake. I've seen that a couple of times so far from him. Debris from William the Vest's front end is still on the track. Here is Wilson at turn 3, just about getting the car slowed down. And then he comes through turn 4 as well. Sweeping through turn 5. Xeno Racing drive. Oh, he's got out of shape. There he goes, out of shape, well out of shape. Clark's run wide as well. Has he hit the wall? Wilson doesn't look like, if he did, he didn't hit it very hard. Here's Antonia, well in the mix with Matt Clark, looking for a way past. That was a big lose there from Wilson. He was lucky to get away with it. Here he comes out of the corner. Oh, just put the power on a bit too much. Oh, he did just nerf the wall, but nerfed it at such an angle that it wasn't too much damage, and Antonia almost took advantage from Matt Clark. Wilson did well there not to gain much more damage. And that is the end of part 1. Stay tuned for part 2 of round 3 of the World V8 Supercars 2011 season.